Hidden among over 2 trillion galaxies, humans are insignificantly small organisms floating in inconceivably vast universe. Yet, the very fact that the God of the universe takes delight in us is truly mind-blowing. How is it even possible for humans to please a supreme ruler of the universe? The Cambridge Dictionary defined the verb please as to make someone feel happy or to give someone a pleasure. Based on this definition, we can make 2 important questions. Question number 1. From God's perspective, how can an all-sufficient God who needs nothing delight in human beings? From humans' perspective, how can we possibly do anything to bring delight to a holy God who needs nothing from us? Let us briefly dive into the first side of the question of how could an all-sufficient God who needs nothing delight in us? Jesus, in the Sermon on the Mount, established that God loves everyone regardless of whether they are good or bad, and takes delight in sinners just as also in the saints. In Matthew chapter 5 verse 44 to 46 reads, "You have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and send rains on the righteous and the unrighteous. If you love those who love you, what reward will you get? Are not even the tax collectors doing that? As the creator of all humans, God loves all humans." Now, the Tuesday lesson brings this important point out. God is displeased by evil, but delight in goodness, as shown in Hebrews chapter 15, verse 8 and 9. While the sacrifice and the way of the wicked are called an abomination, the prayer of the upright is God's delight. He loves those who follow righteousness. This connection between God's love and his delight demonstrates that he is not only disapproves of wrongdoing, but actively rejoices over those who live according to his will. At the same time, though God's love everyone, like passages, if you look at Psalm chapter 146 verse 8 and 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 7, shows that he has a special pleasure in the righteous and also cheerful givers. The verse do not imply that he loves only the righteous or only the generous, but rather he experienced a particular delight in them. In other words, God's love for all is universal, yet he is specially pleased with his people when they act in a way that reflects his own character. As you go about your duties today, put a smile on the face of God by living according to his will. And that is the nugget. Thank you for studying. I will see you tomorrow.